I'm going to be explaining what happened to the stock market crash, why everything was down yesterday, and why crypto is back up 10%, and what to expect for the future. What happened yesterday, Trump and China were at a dispute over rare minerals. If you didn't know, China basically holds a monopoly over 70% of the rare minerals in circulation, and for us to get it at any other place, it would take way too long and way too expensive, and we can't produce it ourselves. They can use it in TVs and a bunch of different supply chains for basically everything we use into our day-to-day lives, so it's very important. Basically, Trump didn't like what China was doing because in the trade deal China wanted to do, basically he thought they were giving up too much leverage as the United States. But then other people are saying it's necessary for us, the United States, to make a trade deal with China since they do hold a monopoly, and we need to actually make some sort of deal where they feel like they win. While Trump was saying, no, we need to feel like we win, or at least to even terms. So what he did 100 to 130% tariffs. He didn't do the tariffs, he just threatened to do it. And that threat was enough to spiral the S&P down 3% yesterday and crypto around 20%, large cap crypto. So what this move down is, it's basically pricing in the chance of us not making a deal by the next date. They're expected to make a deal on November 1st. And the rally up, 10% rally in crypto, is basically either for one of two reasons. One, it was way oversold, which is true. And number two, it's pricing in the chance that we're actually going to make a deal before or on November 1st due to heightened reality. Through some news this morning, basically, we're more likely to actually come a deal before November 1st or on November 1st. So it's basically pricing in probabilities. If we hold this mark till November 1st and we end up making a deal before then or on November 1st, then the stock market would probably surge back to all-time highs with the rate cuts coming. But if we get more positive certainty and then on November 1st we get less positive certainty about not making a deal, or we don't make a deal on November 1st, then that would cause the stock market to go back into a spiral back down to its 20% low or lower. And when I'm referring to 20%, I'm referring to the crypto flash crash. Because overall the stock market didn't take too big of a hit. That's because it was just an early threat, and we've seen this before, like in April 1st last time. Lasted through April 1st through April 9th, where the S&P dropped over 10%, Bitcoin 33%, and Ethereum 66%. Will it be this bad this time if it doesn't working out? No, it won't be this bad. But overall, these are short-term problems that have long-term solutions. So overall, it doesn't matter what's happening. Personally, I'm buying over time the dip in good assets. It's very, very hard to predict this stuff unless you're on it on Twitter with different news updates, scanning everything. It doesn't change my long-term outlook. Any short-term price action that Trump causes market go down, I'm buying into my favorite assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, the S&P 100, Amazon, Bitmine, stuff like that. Just try to avoid other stocks at all-time highs that are due to speculation or momentum, because once the fear hits, those will crash the most.